As we got closer to the area, the ambulance stopped, and the two medics got out, Hassan and his volunteer helper. Alberto was another international with me. He was filming. We started to get out, but the ambulance driver very quickly told us to get back in the ambulance. He was a bit harsh about it because he was worried that we would be shot and perhaps even provoke some shooting. So we stayed in the ambulance, but kept trying to film from within. And so we saw Hassan and Jamal approach the dead body. We could see it lying in the center of the road. They approached it. They were carrying a stretcher. They bent over and put the body onto the stretcher. They picked up the stretcher on each side and they walked a few meters. And then we heard the shots ring out. And we saw the startled look on their face. And we were kind of looking around to see, what was going to happen next. And we saw them keep walking with the stretcher, amazingly, and more shots rang out. And they walked quicker, and then they dropped the body, and they ran. And then after that, we couldn't see them. And the ambulance started to move. And so it was very disorienting because there were still shots. I kind of curled up instinctively, even though I wanted to be outside, but they had told us not to be outside, and it really felt like the shots were going to come into the ambulance, so I was kind of a little bit curled up. But also looking around, trying to see out, but I couldn't see out. There's no window on this side, and there's a window here, but the men have gone over to this side, so I was very worried, and I kept saying, where are they, where are they? We can't leave without them. And then after what seemed like a very long time, which was probably only about 10 or 15 seconds, finally I heard them getting into the ambulance, and the ambulance drove off very quickly, screeched off. These men are incredibly brave men who, every time they go out in their ambulances, they know they're risking their lives. But they do it nonetheless because they have integrity and because they need to reach the people that need help. I would ask people outside of Palestine to try to imagine being injured and calling for help and not getting that help because your aggressor is preventing the ambulance from reaching you. Try to imagine watching your child or your family member bleed to death, die, lying for days without medical care because of these types of aggressions from Israel.